YouTube channel.
Will we be stopping our homestead channel?
Where are we travelling to first? Crusoe's first ever pedestrian crossing. How do we afford to do all of this?
A new newbies channel.
I actually don't even know where to begin.
Okay, so for those of you who are just tuning in to this channel, this is the first time you've ever come across us. We are the Newbies, and we've got another channel. It's called The Newbies, and that channel documents our homestead adventures here in Portugal.
But if you know anything about us, you'll know that we're travellers at heart. And so this channel is dedicated to the travels that we're about to embark on as a family, alongside the adventures on our homestead.
Exactly. And for our first video, we thought we'd sit down and answer some of your questions, because it can be a bit confusing and there's a lot to answer. So welcome to the channel, and here is the Q&A. So, who are the newbies?
Well, I'm Tara.
I'm John. We have two young boys called Crusoe and Sawyer.
We're a family who are currently renovating an abandoned farm in northern Portugal into our dream homestead, but we are travellers at heart. Travel is what we are passionate about, and our YouTube project and journey actually began as a travel channel.
It did.
And it's kind of morphed into a homestead channel. It's time for us to stay true to one of the vows we made when we got married.
I promise to love the family we hope for fiercely, and as your partner raise our children to be little wanderers that know the world without borders and filled with extraordinary possibilities.
And to teach them about people and about places and about how beautiful our planet is, about how important it is to look after it.
Yeah.
And so we really want to start spending a bit more time, not all the time because we have a home to build, but a bit more time travelling and taking them to incredible places to show them incredible things.
Tara has been working in travel almost all of her life. So Tara was working in safari camps in Africa. Tara is actually from Zimbabwe, so Africa is basically in her blood. And you've travelled a whole bunch as well, and we were married in Antarctica.
We were indeed. John spent close on 2 decades travelling full time.
Yeah.
And has been to 163 countries.
I have. Some highlights, of course. We'll get onto those highlights a little bit later on in this episode. But yeah, 163. If anybody's curious, there are 193 countries in the world. That's United Nations list. So I'm 30 short of a full pack. Yeah, I haven't been to a new country for around about 6 years. My last new country was North Korea. Yeah? All right.
Thank you so much to all of you who asked us questions on our recent video over on our other channel. The most asked question, of course, was, why are you starting a second YouTube channel? Why don't you just put everything on the same channel?
It's such a good question and quite complex, really. Everybody's heard of the YouTube algorithm. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
The algorithm certainly is playing a part in our decision, but also the very fact that we wanted to separate the two adventures and not confuse the storylines.
Yeah, we're really also aware that a lot of the people who have subscribed and tuned into our adventures on the homestead are people who are interested in homesteading and in the kind of lifestyle that we lead here in Portugal. You may not necessarily fancy watching us travel. There's lots of you though who do want to come with us on our adventures as a family, and thank you so much to all of you who've already come over and subscribed. It means so much to us. But we just kind of wanted to keep the storyline very pure between the two, and I I don't know, have a bit of fun with it. But as John says, the YouTube algorithm is a really funny beast. I imagine it as this worm that lives in the back of YouTube that you've got to train, like a circus worm. And you've got to feed it. I think I imagine it like that. What was that thing in Harry Potter? That beast.
I don't know.
You do know.
I know Harry Potter, but I don't know the beast.
What was that thing? You know what I mean. The serpent thing in the Chamber of Secrets. Anyway, it's like the serpent thing in the Chamber of Secrets. You've got to feed it the right information and teach it what you are so that it can put you in front of other people who are interested in what you are. So if we were to then start releasing travel content on our homestead channel, that worm would be really confused and it wouldn't necessarily know what to do with us.
It might start eating its tail.
Exactly.
Another reason for wanting to make sure that we split out 2 channels would be the travel side of things is something that we are deeply passionate about, but we don't think, fairly confident in fact, that we won't be releasing videos every week or twice a week like we do from our Portugal homestead. But I think from our travels, we won't be that regular. It'll be every now and then, or whenever we do a big trip, we'll collect content and we'll publish videos. We think we're going to be releasing on Fridays, but we don't know which Fridays and we don't know how often or how regular. That will depend on how much travel we do. So quick tip straight away, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of those episodes, because it won't be a every week type thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be very sporadic. And to turn on notifications, if you're not familiar, you just click on the little bell that's below this video.
Yeah.
And then it'll notify you whenever we release a new episode.
Absolutely. So that's pretty much the reason. In addition to that, well, let's answer this next question. Will we be stopping our homestead channel?
No ways.
No way we're going to stop doing that. It's so much fun here and we've got so many projects going on. We're just about to embark on some really grand projects, building a house from scratch out of granite stone. We've got tree houses to build, wild swimming pools to make, cobbled roads to build,
Food to grow. It's really busy. So
flowers to plant.
So we will continue, of course, to release episodes from the homestead, but we'll always be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And
how will we do that?
yeah, I was gonna
because I think everyone's like, oh, how are you going to be in 2 places I don't understand? The magic of what this is we will be able to, our plan is to film videos of everything going on up until the point we leave, and then we will release them while we're away. So it could be a bit confusing because we will be appearing in 2 different places, but we're just going to be super organized so that the channels can both kind of run alongside each other at the same time.
Exactly, collecting a whole bunch of content, then getting on an aeroplane and releasing that content that we've collected bit by bit whilst we're away.
Yeah.
Simple.
The next question we had was, we have talked on our homestead channel about having burnout.
We have.
And about how
Very real thing.
This was all very all-consuming, and why were we starting to add even more work onto our plates? It's a good question. In all honesty, it's not going to add that much work because of the way that we're planning to deliver it. Obviously, it adds a bit of pressure needing to get the content before we leave the farm to keep that running, but we're getting quite good at this. We've been doing it for a while and it's really a lot of fun. This is our passion project. Making these videos and sharing it with you all is really such a joy.
So I think also if you've been with us a while and you rewind a few months back to when we were like so tired, Sawyer was going through that phase of just being awake all night long. Sawyer is our youngest child. And we basically weren't sleeping and we were trying to work at the same time without any help. Since then, Sawyer's got a lot better at sleeping through the night, so we are sleeping a lot more. We've taken on a little bit of help to help us look after Sawyer and Crusoe, and we're getting a lot more done. We're feeling a lot better. So to be able to travel, to be able to show our boys the world and share that experience with you is something that we're really excited about.
Cannot wait.
Okay, next question. Where's your favourite country so far?
Oh. What's yours?
It's a difficult question to answer. And do I remember all of them? Yes, absolutely. I remember everything about every single country I visited, almost.
An elephant never forgets.
An elephant never forgets, she says. So I think the key answer, or the key thing to that question, is always going to be, in what context is it your favorite?
Just pick one.
So favorite for adventure, favorite for food, favorite for beaches, favorite for this, favorite for that. Overall favorite, I think so. There is a lot of adventure to be had in the world, and I've had plenty of it.
Pick one.
I like traveling the United States of America.
Ooh.
I love it. Yeah, I love it, and I also love Greece.
I was going to say Greece.
Was you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Greece.
Yeah, me too.
Love Greece. I can't wait to go back.
Portugal's
Simple for
pretty
me.
good too.
Yeah, we love Portugal, but that's where we live.
Yeah.
Greece.
Greece. Okay. Very good. Orientiki.
Anyway, good question.
Yeah. All right. Next
Okay.
question.
Next question on the country theme. Where are we travelling to first?
That's so easy because we've already booked the flights and we can already tell you.
Are we telling them today?
Yeah, I think so. That's
Really?
why everybody's tuning in. What do you think?
Okay, fine. Where are we going?
We're going to go to India.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a long, extensive trip booked in for late December,
Yep.
over the new year and into January. Like we said earlier, we will still be releasing videos from the homestead throughout that entire period. We've got some really great ideas. So there'll be a lot going on and we will continue to release, but we'll be in India for about 5 weeks. Yeah. Starting in Mumbai, finishing in Delhi. We're doing a well-trodden route through Rajasthan, up to Agra to see the Taj Mahal.
I have never been to India. John's been 6 times.
6 times,
I have
yeah.
never been. So
It
I'm
also
so
one of my
excited.
favourite countries, by the way.
There you go.
I love India. I love traveling India. I love the food. I love the culture. I love the busyness. I love the colours. And guys, the colours are so magical that, you know, when you're watching our videos, hopefully we'll be able to smash those colours and those smells and those tastes and everything straight through the camera and into your computer screen so that you can feel them too. We're really hopeful. I'm also really excited about getting Crusoe and Sawyer involved in all sorts of stuff while they're out there. I want them to taste the food. I'd love for them to visit some schools maybe and see some local kids, hang out with the locals, stuff like that. So there's so much learning for the boys and there's going to be a whole bunch of fun for us too.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And then after that, we've got other little trips booked and we're hoping to go to America as well. Like I said, one of my favorite countries. So we'd like to go and do some visiting over there too.
Yeah.
Next question. Who are our travel inspirations on YouTube?
Ooh, good question. There's a couple of those, isn't there?
Kinging it, I reckon.
Oh, King are always just so much fun, aren't they?
They are brilliant.
They just make you laugh and
Love
smile
watching those.
constantly. And their videos are so like fast, they're super fun to watch, they're really cool. As far as the family space is concerned, I think our pals over at Raising Voyagers did such a beautiful job with capturing their kids when they were about the same age as ours, and the magic of travelling with children that age. And I remember sitting with Brady and Heather watching their videos back when we were staying with them in Italy, and it was just really, I could see, you know, Heather literally was welling up watching them, and I could just see how much it meant. You know, she said things like, you will capture the sound of your children's voices, which you forget because you stop hearing them when their voices grow older, you know.
Great memories, isn't it?
It's amazing memories. It is amazing memories. I think one of the formats I love is the Bucket List family.
Yeah, me too.
Because they've seemed to have created videos without it taking over their days, and that's something that I'm really hoping we're going to be able to do.
Yeah.
We love working, and we love working on this YouTube channel business, but at the same time we also need a break, and I don't want our travels to all be about filming. I want the children to be able to experience it without feeling like they're behind a camera, and I want us to be able to just immerse ourselves. So what I'm really hoping is that we can capture the essence of how we want to travel into our videos and share that with you so that you feel like you're there with us, and it's not necessarily a travel guide type channel. It's an immersive travel experience, seeing it through our eyes and through our boys' eyes, and we want to make you feel it as much as we do.
Yeah.
And I think the Bucket List family do that really beautifully with their videos.
They do it really well. And in terms of style of travel and adventure, I think Flying the Nest are really, they kind of nail it, don't they?
Yeah, they're the tip top, aren't they? They make it look so easy. So I'm hoping we can make it look as easy as that with our two as well. They just like hop around everywhere like nothing's just no big deal. 2 kids, whatevs. You know?
Brilliant.
So always smiling, always happy. A lot of inspiration out there on YouTube for us to look at, and hopefully join the club. Join the fray, yeah. Exciting. Yeah. Next question. How do we afford to do all of this? How are we doing all of this homesteading and building a new house and traveling and doing all of this stuff when we seemingly don't have a job? Yeah. We do have a job. It's called YouTube. We work pretty hard at it, and YouTube pays our salary. Well, actually, indirectly, you guys pay our salary. You watch some adverts. Every now and then we get a sponsorship come through that pays us to talk about them. We're pretty picky on who we talk about. That's pretty much how we afford to do it. And a big note on that, because there's this whole world with the travel space and the homestead space that is very pertinent and relevant to the whole brand sponsorship thing. Brand sponsorships are the way that we make the majority of our earnings, and one really simple way that you can support our channel is just by clicking on the links in our description. When we are being sponsored by a brand, it tells the brands that you're engaged in our content, that you think we're okay, that you think you're quite cool. So if you could do that, it would mean the world to us. It really, really, really helps us. Even if you're not interested in the product right now, just by clicking on the link, it's just a massive way that you can help. And obviously brand sponsors are going to be different in the travel sphere to the homestead sphere. So another sort of driving factor when it comes to starting a second YouTube channel to do with travel is it opens up a whole new world of opportunity with brand sponsors and earnings and income. And we're quite excited to see where that might take us. All right, next question. The next question, darling, is mainly for you, because I don't really have an answer for it. Sure, you Where is the gnarliest place you've ever travelled to? So I've been fortunate enough to travel to places like Afghanistan, Iraq, South Sudan, North Korea, Syria. I've bounced around all of these places, and I found them all to be particularly friendly and nice. But I would say probably my gnarliest experience was in South Sudan. Not to go into too much detail there, but it was a bit sketchy there for a moment or two. And I would say that my most thrilling moment, I don't know. Surely in the Wakhan in Afghanistan. That was very cool. That looked amazing. But I would say probably when I was in my early 20s and I took the train in Mauritania. Oh, okay, the iron train into the middle of the desert. That was an amazing experience, and one that I think you can't do anymore, or like maybe you can do it, but lots of people have done it now. I would love. Do you know, part of what we're doing here is trying to inspire our boys, and travel inspires no matter what. So it's not going to be a difficult thing to inspire our boys to travel, but hopefully we'll be able to teach them and lay foundations for the future when they leave this homestead and they head out on their own. They fly the nest. Yeah, to explore the world for themselves. Hopefully they'll have a good foundation. I'm going to worry myself sick every time they get on an aeroplane and head on out, because if they get up to the same kind of stuff that I was getting into, then, you know, I definitely should be worried. God help me. Yeah, but hopefully that they'll understand the world a lot better than I did, because when I was traveling, the world is a very different place now, isn't it? Yeah. You didn't have the internet and stuff. No, you know, I would disappear and my parents wouldn't hear from me for weeks, sometimes months. Crazy. Lovely. I haven't been to any gnarly countries. Yeah, okay, so but you must have had a gnarly experience. I mean, I've had like close encounters with wildlife in Africa, but like what? Like, I don't know. Got like mock charged by an elephant on foot that came really close. Oh wow! I had a hippo lift my canoe in the South Luangwa in a boat once.
Is it?
It didn't tip it, thank goodness, but it lifted us right out the water. That was pretty scary.
Wow, that would have been like problematic.
It was very scary. I've also canoed right next to an elephant, like the elephant was there. I'll see if
Okay.
I can find a picture.
What about the chimps?
The chimps were very, like, thrilling, exhilarating. Chimpanzees literally walking straight past you, screaming their heads off. Whew, that gets your blood pumping for sure. I'll go back to Africa.
Well, we will be going back to Africa. Okay, next question. Where have you travelled while you've been on YouTube, and have you made any travel videos before?
Yes, loads.
Loads
There's
and loads.
and loads and loads. They're all on our other channel.
Yeah.
We did think about moving them over. Maybe we'll do that one day, but not right now. So if you want to check that out, links in the description below. We've got videos from Jordan, all over Europe in our vans. We took Crusoe around Africa for 6 weeks in a rooftop tent. We went to 5 different countries in Southern Africa.
Crusoe-
Those videos are all there.
Crusoe had his first birthday in Vegas,
So we've got
and learned
big-
how to walk in San Francisco.
Yeah, we've got a big US road trip series.
Yeah.
There's lots of travel content all ready to dive your teeth into. So
Head on over and take
to
a look.
the archives.
Actually, do you know what we'll do? We'll link to a few of our favourite videos.
Do you know what we'll do?
Jordan would be a real highlight, I think.
Here's what we'll do. We'll put some playlists together on our old channel, and they're all in the description below, so that you can go and watch all the series if you want to. So you could watch the Africa series, the US series,
Yeah.
our favourite travel vlogs. We'll do a playlist like that,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
which will have Jordan in it.
Yeah, Jordan, I think, would be really a highlight.
Yeah.
And then some of those American trips, some of those American adventures, you know, just watching Crusoe look at Yosemite with big eyes. Like, wow, you know, that was epic. And his first elephant in Namibia.
Yeah, that was
pretty
amazing.
special too.
Meerkats on his lap in Botswana.
Yeah,
So Sawyer's got some catching up to do, really.
he does. So,
Yeah.
and we've really, truly got a lot of adventure waiting for us. And you know, when we talk about the bucket list family being a big inspiration for us, we really hope that our motto is be brave, think big, explore.
I'm going to teach our kids
To be
to be
brave.
brave.
All right. How do you reckon? Is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap from our very first video from TheNewbys EXPLORE.
Yeah.
I'm
If you've
very
got
excited.
more questions,
Yeah.
of course, leave them in the comments below.
Absolutely.
We will get back to you. We love connecting with our community online. We love chatting to people in the comments. So never hold back on writing to us, because we love hearing from you.
Yeah.
Please remember, if you haven't already, to hit that all-important subscribe button. This channel is just getting off its feet, so the more of you that subscribe, the better. It means the world to us.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up to tell YouTube we did a good job. Then they might help us out a little bit.
Absolutely.
And don't forget that bell. Super
Yeah.
important.
And one favour from us, if we can ask it, if you've got mates out there, friends who you think would enjoy watching our channel, whether it's the Homestead channel or whether it's us travelling around and getting up to lots of adventures with our 2 young boys, please tell them about it. Share the experience.
Anyway, folks, we're excited for the adventure. Thank you so much for being a part of it. We'll see you next time. And remember, be brave.
Think big,
And most importantly,
explore. Love it.
Cheers, folks. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.